Born on the 27th of August 2002, the 18-year-old German sensation Marco Brenner has won many races and has many medals to his name. On top of a European Championship medal and a World Championship medal, both against the clock, this German has also won the Junior Tour of Austria. He's won stages at the Giro della Lunigiana, as well as also winning stages at the Tour du Pays de Vaud. On top of this, he's also double German champion and has also won the German National Cyclocross Championships. So this is definitely a man to look out for in the years to come. You join me with our special guest today. He is an 18-year-old sensation who's been German national champion, also European Championship medalist and World Championship medalist. Welcome to the channel, Marco Brenner.
Thank you.
So first of all, for anyone who doesn't know who you are already, we know from our former Neo Pro video that many people were calling for you to be featured. Introduce yourself to the audience and who you are, what style of rider you are, and so forth.
Yeah, I'm German. I've been a junior for 2 years, and now I'm moving to the World Tour level with Team Sunweb next year. And yeah, I'm kind of a GC rider or also a good all-rounder at the moment. Yeah, and in the next few years, I will try to develop myself to a good GC rider.
Well, you've won in cyclocross, you won against the clock, road race and so forth. What kind of racing is your favorite?
I like more the races where it's not sure what kind of rider will win, where a climber can win, but also a sprinter. And yeah, because there's more tension in the race, and yeah, I like it more. But also lots of climbs, and especially in winter, I like cyclocross. And I'm doing some cyclocross sessions also at the moment, 1 time per week. It's in my training program, and I still enjoy it.
If we just take a moment to look back on 2019, which was a fantastic year. What was that like? You were riding for Auto Ada, the Bora Hansgrohe development team. What was that like to ride for them and also to compete in the junior scene?
Yeah, it's still a German team from Bavaria. It's not so far from my town, and so it was more or less guaranteed that I will go there. And yeah, in 2019 was a great year for me, I think, and I would also say it was my best year so far. Yeah, there was no pressure in my first year as a junior, and I just enjoyed this year, and I did lots of steps in this particular year, especially in sprints, also in time trial. And yeah, and in the end of season, I ended up with the bronze medal at the World Championships in the time trial. I was, yeah, satisfied, but also a bit disappointed because I knew maybe I could have taken the gold medal when I didn't went so fast in the first lap, because in the second lap I lost some time. But I think in general, I'm really satisfied with this year, with 2019.
2020, big news broke during the COVID-19 lockdown. You're going to be heading to Team Sunweb. Next year, they'll be known as Team DSM until 2024. So just take us through how that whole process happened. How did Sunweb approach you? And what's it going to be like being on Sunweb next year?
Yeah, actually, it already started the contact with the team in 2019. Directly in, I think, April or May, there were the talent days, and I also participated there. And yeah, and I was confident that this could be the team for me. And then I already signed at the end of the year, and then it got published a bit later. But yeah, it was already in 2019 where I took my decision to go to Team Sunweb and Team DSM next year. And yeah, I'm already working with them together. Also, I get my training programs. I'm in connection with the trainer group. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to kick off the next season. And yeah, maybe there will be more races than this year as a pro then.
Do you have any goals for next year in particular, since it's your first year on the world tour, or are you just going to take it as it comes?
Yeah, I don't have proper goals, but yeah, I would like to support the team, and maybe if I would be able to win one race, doesn't matter which kind of category the race is, it would also be already amazing for me.
Seeing as Sunweb is a fantastic World Tour team, it's won Grand Tours in the past. The Giro d'Italia this year, we saw 2 podiums there. Are there any riders in particular who you're looking forward to riding with next year?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm looking forward to meet everybody because so far I didn't have contact with them. Of course, there are some riders, for example, Mark Hirschi or Jai Hindley, who, yeah, in particular, are great riders. And yeah, of course, I'm really looking forward also to the first training camp, which will be in January now. And then, yeah, just enjoy the time with others in Spain, because now in Germany here it's really cold. And yeah, and I'm really looking forward to the first training camp and meet all the riders.
You rode for Alto Ada last year, and you're going to Team DSM next year. Was it a big factor in signing for a German team, or is it just happening by chance? Like, there must be some sense of national pride riding for your own nation.
Yeah, there were some more teams which were interested, but I just started negotiations with Bora and Team Sunweb because, yeah, of course, both are German teams. And yeah, and in the end, I decided for Team DSM because I think now at the moment for young riders, it's good for my development in my early years. So yeah, I think it was the best decision to me to choose Team DSM.
So what's your training like at the moment? If you're focusing on the road, what's the average week like for Marco Brenner?
Yeah, at the moment it's more focusing on building up the volume to be able to compete at the World Tour level next year because the races will be much longer than in the juniors category. So yeah, at the moment it's more like 3.5, 4 hours, and most of the time just endurance and then some sprints.
Well, with the junior racing, they do have restricted gears. What's your opinion on having lower gears for junior races? Should that change, or is it a good thing?
I think it's good because yeah, I think there's no reason for me, but I think maybe for protecting the knees and everything, it's good because then I think the training, everything would change. Then everybody would maybe do more strength training, and then I think in the early years for your development, it's not good when you do too much of it. I did it like 1 or 2 times per week, but when there's unlimited gear, everybody would take the more higher chain rings and everything, and then it would be more with strength. And of course, for some riders, it would be good, but for some riders like I am, it wouldn't be because then, yeah, I did a lot with cadence, and I think in the junior category, it's good.
Talking about younger riders, I'm sure there'll be quite a few people in their early teens, maybe 12 years old, wanting to get into racing. What advice would you give to them in order to get into cycling and to race and compete eventually?
Yeah, I personally, I like really just the races without pressure, just doing it because you like it. And also when there are a lot of people who are not so good in when they are 10 or 11 years old, but when they have discipline and stick to what they are doing, and when they are like to do it, then it will come with the years that they will get the results. And I think also, I think it starts getting more and more serious when you are like say 16, 17 and move to the juniors, and then it counts, I think. So before just enjoying it, and then maybe you can start in the junior category to do the training more with more structure and everything.
Well, that's everything. We thank you, Marco Brenner, for being here today. And look out for him in 2021. He'll be racing for Team DSM, formerly Team Sunweb, for the next couple of years. Whether it's against the clock, in sprints, or in the hills, he's definitely one to watch. So there we go, everyone. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later on.